everybody. I'm Titus.
And I'm Yuji.
And before we start going into what we're going into, both of us just want to say thank you so much.
Yeah, like seriously guys, it's insane. We started our YouTube channel like what, 4 or 5 weeks ago? And we're already really close to 1,000. We're like at 700 something right now.
And that's
insane.
Fucking mind-blowing. We literally started this for shits and giggles. And you people actually have been supporting us like no other, and I cannot express how much that means to us. So, we have a real treat.
Yeah, and we're gonna kind of regret it afterwards.
So, as you guys know, we talk mad shit on Bad OCs, but, Yuji and I got a little secret for you. We did it too!
We did it a lot.
Bad.
Yeah.
Really
bad. The main fandoms that we invaded were Invader Zim and Sonic.
Mainly Yuji was the Sonic tard. I was way too much into Invader Zim. So, consider this our, look, we're humans too, segment. But the main reason I'm excited for this in particular is it's a good experience for us to show you guys that even bad OCs can become good with a bit of elbow grease. So, we're starting this off with Yuji's. We're gonna go back and forth, so...
Alright.
Take it away.
What you're seeing on screen now is my old Sonic OC, Moonla.
She look familiar to anyone? She looks like 2 characters that I know of.
Oh god, just... Okay, so here's how this character came into existence originally. When I was still, like, in elementary, possibly middle school.
I think it was, like, maybe early middle school.
I don't remember which one, but I had just rediscovered Sonic X. How many of you remember that show?
And for those of you who are unaware, it was a Sonic cartoon series. Actually, a pretty well-known one of that. I think I even remember seeing it when I was a kid.
Yeah, it's like...
Pretty well-known one. A lot of Sonic fans definitely probably remember that series.
Yes, and I was a huge fan, and because I had just rediscovered this, I grabbed a bunch of paper, I grabbed a bunch of pencils, I pulled up a YouTube playlist, and I just binged-watched while creating shitty characters.
Which, even today, both me and Yuji are still guilty of doing.
Yeah,
How long ago was it that I went on a binge watch of Inspector Gadget just because a stupid YouTube video reminded me of the damn theme song? So I decided to watch the entire series plus the terrible spin-offs of it.
Yeah.
And drew way too much fan art. Way too much fan art.
And she was the goddess of the moon. Yeah. Yeah, you heard correctly.
Because that's a thing in the Sonic universe, right?
Yeah. What inspired me to make this character and many more, which you guys will be seeing on DeviantArt, so fucking look forward to that. And also for some odd reason, I like to give them Pokemon as pets.
I was actually about to point out, by the way, they all have Pokemon for some reason, because those are 2 universes that totally should be synonymous with one another, right?
I don't know, but I like to give them Pokemon for pets. So as you can see, I don't know if that's an actual existing Pokemon or not.
Or if you just pulled it out of your ass.
I might have pulled it out of my ass, and its name is Moonka.
Moonka!
And for some reason, I also like to give them, like, this little stone representing what they are. Like, as you can see in the corner by her fucking ear is a moonstone.
Which is funny, because moonstones don't look like... Moonstones are beautiful, but they do not... They're not rainbow.
Yeah, they're not fucking rainbow colored.
They're pretty, though. They're pretty.
And, oh god,
I like them.
I don't know. This picture's just so fucking... Oh god,
I love how when you draw them, the fact that the hedgehogs in the Sonic series only have one eye becomes so much more apparent.
Yeah.
Because the actual Sonic characters, they would try to bring that bridge closer so it wasn't as obvious, but yours, like, it's so far apart that it's like, yep, that's one eye! Jesus Christ!
Yeah. And what I'm going to be switching to is her new design. And
new story, for that matter.
As a matter of fact, all of my old Sonic OC characters became a completely new species for a completely new story.
And their names changed, it looks like, from what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah,
Udite?
her name is now Udite. She's still the goddess of the moon. But I'm not gonna go into too much detail about what their story is about, but I'll give you a hint. Think Hunger Games, and Percy Jackson.
So, like, it's like Hunger Games, but with, like, demigods and shit.
Yeah, it's something along those lines.
I'm weird as fuck, and to me that sounds kind of kick-ass. I'm quite the fan of, like, gods and stuff, so... I mean, not in, like, a religious way. I like mythos behind gods. So, I don't know. I like it. Kind of cool concept.
Anyways, Titus, do you want to go on to your character now?
I do want to go on to my character.
Alright, now what you're seeing on screen.
Sorry, characters. Okay, so, these two, I designed these, God, I don't even know how long ago this was. This had to have been, like, 3, 4,
something like that. Something like that, bro.
3 to 4 years ago. I got really into, certain monster types. I've always been a fan of robots, but I really got into, like, slime monsters. I still actually kind of think they're cool, to an extent. But, I got really into that stuff, so I wanted to design these monster girls, and I made, the one on the left side is Gum Bunny, which is the worst name ever, and she's basically a slime monster chick made of gum.
It's fun to say fast, though. Gum Bunny. It's almost like gummy.
And, the one on the right is Electra, and, she's a robot, and when I first made them, I don't think they even had a backstory, but Yuji told me that at some point she recalled me telling her a story where apparently Electra invaded Gum Bunny's planet, and Gum Bunny sort of made friends with her, trying to convince her to stop destroying shit.
Yeah, from what I remember, at least. My memory is shit, so...
with that concept in mind, I had done some redesigns. Honestly, there's not much more to go into the story. These characters were literally just existing because I wanted them to.
Yeah, they were those types of characters.
Yeah. But I went on to make these redesigns, and I actually kind of like the redesigns. I feel like it'd be fun to actually make a story about them now. I mean, I don't like writing stories based off design, but I mean, who gives a fuck at this point?
Yeah.
I will admit the one thing I'm kind of happy about with the redesign, well, I said all that very fast,
yeah,
is, I'm kind of proud of how I redesigned Gum Bunny's ears. Also, I'm totally changing that name. But, I don't know if you guys can tell, but that long part in her hair that's, like, coming over her shoulder, those are supposed to be the ears that I redesigned. But I made them, like, less bunny-ish, where they're just kind of hanging down. They almost look like hair. These aren't colored, unfortunately, but if they were, the color schemes would probably be about the same. Lots of pinks and purples and blue for Electra. But I kind of want to change the color scheme from blue to green, because I don't use green enough in my palettes when I draw things.
I feel you, bro.
So I'll probably actually be posting later redesigns of pretty much everything you guys are going to be seeing on screen for my end.
Oh, I'm going to be doing too, and I'm going to be writing full bios for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
We really wish there was a way for us to give you guys more detailed accounts of these characters, but unfortunately, we were dumb kids and never really wrote down bios. It was all kind of in our heads, which I'm still guilty of to this day. I almost never write bios, which causes me to forget information occasionally. Not all the time, though. I'd say I have a pretty okay memory with certain characters.
Yeah, I literally have 2 to 3 books filled with story ideas and bios. I've even got a list of stories.
Which I need to get better at, because if I'm going to make graphic novels, I need to know how to keep my ideas consistent.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm good at it. I have some stories written down. Like, family values is all kinds of written down.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, Yuji's next character, which all of you bad OC lovers out here are gonna fucking love this one, because it's like the cream of the crop of bad.
Yeah, what you're seeing on screen right now is one of my My Little Pony OCs. Her name is Deathwing. I hope you all just cringe, because I'm cringing just looking at this monstrosity. I didn't even finish coloring it. I think I ran out of the color I was using for her hair and decided, fuck it, I don't want to color her anymore.
Is that a G2 or a G3 pony?
That was a G1 pony.
Well, I thought the G1 ones looked different than that. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't remember I never really watched My Little Pony as a kid.
Yeah. I only started watching it because I like the G4 art style. And
although I do kind of like the original art style because it is a bit more anatomically correct to ponies, but the show is worse.
Yeah.
The content is so much more like, we're girls!
Yeah.
Than G4. Because at least G4 is like, oh look, we're a show about fucking cute ponies, but at least we can do cool stuff sometimes. Woo.
Yeah. Now,
yay.
This is, I believe we mentioned in one of our updates that most of our old OCs were so fucking edge.
You guys will see more of my edge ones here in a minute. Those first two really weren't
Unfortunately, that bad. Titus likes to throw away old pictures, so we couldn't find a lot of his shit, unlike me, who, like, stashes them and hoards them.
Hey, to be fair, once I get a chance to actually look through the crates I have full of drawings, I'm sure I'll find something old that's equally terrible as these.
Yeah.
I'll just have to, it'll take more digging than what I've done currently.
Oh, and in case you guys couldn't tell, most of this picture is traced.
Yeah.
But I actually remember sitting down, I paused the TV on a certain scene, and I traced over it with...
I think it becomes obvious when you look at the hair, because the hair is just like, what the fuck is happening to her?
Yeah, the hair and her demon wings.
I love that she's wearing clothes, even though the ponies in that show never wore clothes. They wore like hats.
Yeah, she's got a bracelet with a broken skull on it, and she's got like these earrings. Her eyes are sewn shut, and just all kinds of shit. Like, dear fucking lord, what is this?
There's really no story to her, though. She just kind of exists.
Yeah. Now, what you're seeing on screen is her redesign. I got lazy with the cutie mark, okay? I'm sorry. My hands started to cramp up, because I did most of these redesigns in a row.
Yeah.
So my hands started to cramp, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it anymore.
Don't worry, guys. One day we'll do another subspecial that'll be a lot better planned out, because this is not one we had even expected to do anytime soon, so...
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Yeah, but as you can see, I obviously redesigned her off the Gen 4, and she's a bat pony. And her cutie mark, she's supposed to be an archaeologist, and I was gonna draw a rock with a fossil sticking out of it, along with a magnifying glass, but as I said, I got lazy. My hand was cramped.
Part of me wonders if the human skull makes sense, because the pony universe obviously doesn't have humans. So either humans never existed or humans are all dead.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's almost kind of creepy. Honestly, though, guys, frankly, when I saw it, I thought she was going to be a forensic scientist or something because of the skull.
No.
That or a mortician.
No, I went archaeologist because I didn't want to make her too edgy. Being a bat pony is edgy enough.
As overly edgy as a mortician pony would be, though, wouldn't that be kind of an awesome thing to do?
Oh, yeah. I think that'd be pretty sick.
Sick. Okay, so what you're seeing now, this one is actually kind of recent, which is the worst part. He never got a name. He never was named. I never got around to naming him.
Like, even the picture is titled That Guy.
Yeah, that guy. Okay, so I still don't have a name for him because I don't care. But his whole thing, I think he was actually replaced by a character I did recently named Liam, because it dawned on me that they have the same backstory, except Liam's is more thought out and actually decent. Mm-hmm. His thing was some kid accidentally summons a demon, and he's stuck living with said kid. Think Golan the Insatiable, except the demon is actually just a teenager, basically, and the kid is also a teenager.
I remember the person he stuck around with was a Christian girl.
Yeah, it was some... it was to edgy younger me, the image of the worst person possible, and to edgy younger goth kid me, that, to me, was hick Christian douchebag. Though, the funny thing is, she's actually not that bad of a character in hindsight. They just have personal differences. Which is funny, because it's still incorporated in the current story, except the kid for the Liam story is just kind of a quiet kid. He's not really a hick or Christian, he just doesn't really want to go on demon adventures, but he was dumb and accidentally summoned a demon. So, anyways, yeah, I'm sorry, you guys, there's really not much story for these first ones I'm showing, because, unfortunately, I couldn't find my fan OCs, I could only find OCs, so everything I'm talking about is kind of just shit that I made up when I was a kid. But anyways, this is his redesign. I know it didn't change much, the art just kind of looks decent. Mainly because I didn't really think his design was that bad. I didn't really like the Batman hoodie, so I got rid of it. And his pants are a little different. They're like pinstriped or something now. But, yeah, that's his redesign. He looks older than a teenager now, though. He kind of looks like he'd be in his 20s. I don't know, I might resurrect him. Maybe make him a side character for something, because I kind of like the design. I think it's easy on the eyes. I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it's okay. He still looks edgy as fuck, but, I don't know, at least he looks acceptable.
Now, these two, Danny and Bonnie, were my creepypasta characters. Because I was way into creepypasta for a really long time.
Although, as a quick thing to point out, I know you're probably going to get to it, the cool thing about these two, though, that I will give younger UG credit for, is these weren't creepypasta OCs, they were actually going to be a creepypasta story. So instead of making a dumbass character that just interacts with other creepypasta, Yuji was actually going to write, or try to write, and actually put it on the internet, a actual creepypasta story.
I actually still have part of their old story.
Yeah, I think you actually had me read it.
Yeah, in Google Docs, I still have it. It's cringe. It's bad.
But at least you were willing to actually write a creepypasta instead of just slapping a character together and making him talk to Jeff the Killer.
Yeah, because I like the concept of creepypastas. It was like scary stories, and I love scary stories.
Well, the reason I like creepypastas is because it's scary stories that random people just kind of think up. Granted, not all of them are very good, but there are some great
some of those, it's like...
There are some gems out there.
It makes me really wonder why these weren't turned into horror movies, because most horror movies nowadays fucking suck ass.
Although
it makes me angry.
Maybe some of you will disagree, maybe some of you hate a story. Personally, one of my personal favorites was Pastel Man. That is one of my personal favorites. I don't know if I much care for his appearance, but it's definitely interesting.
I liked Mr. Milkwhite.
That was a cool one,
Mr. Milkwhite was fucking amazing. I loved it.
I don't know, really anything by Vincent V. Cava.
Yeah.
I liked, Vincent V. Cava's an amazing author.
If you haven't listened to his stories, go to Mr. Creepypasta's channel, because I believe he has a full playlist.
He has a fuck ton of Vincent V. Cava. He's good.
Because he's amazing.
I mean, if you guys aren't into... If you guys don't like writers who write from their own personalities, you might not like him, but I like writers who you can tell their personality sort of through their writing, and he's one of those where he'll kind of break it up into like, shit type, like stuff like that. Like he'll interrupt it with the thoughts of the characters, and I love that shit. That's how I love writing, is like that.
Yeah.
So I was really into his work.
Anyways, I actually kind of remember these guys' backstory, because it's not that much different from their current one. Now, the whole thing was, originally, Danny was an abused child who had an imaginary friend, that grew sentience because a demon latched onto it. You know, kind of like one of those stupid fucking stories. And
to be fair, those have been done well before.
Yeah, they have
just
been done
not
well.
often.
Yeah, it just doesn't happen that well.
It's not easy because it comes across as too cliched most of the time.
Yeah, and to top it all off, Danny was bullied at school, and because Bonnie followed her everywhere, one day Danny's being picked on by these bullies, and Bonnie rips the child to shreds. Later at home, she does the same to the parents, and it ends with Danny skipping down the street, leaving a trail of blood behind her. And all you can see of Bonnie is a shadow standing next to her. That's all you can see of her. And oh god, these aren't too terribly old, but they're still pretty old. It still made me go, why did I think that was a good idea? But anyways, these are their redesigns. Danny didn't change much other than she actually kind of looks like a little kid.
Looks like a little kid and is actually wearing like a proper uniform that you would see from an actual school potentially.
And as you can see, Bonnie changed a lot. I actually made her look like a fucking ragdoll. And for their story now, Danny is a little rich girl who moves to this new town, and in their new house, she finds a doll in the attic, and it turns out this doll has sentience.
So it's not like a demon, it just happens to be a hyper-intelligent doll, basically.
Yeah. And it becomes,
no demons.
Yeah, and it becomes her best friend. And I'm not going to tell you anything else from there, because I am planning on turning this into a short anime, or possibly a comic. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it'd be kind of cool as, like, either one of those, really. It'd be kind of cool if you can't do an animation of it. It'd be kind of cool to make an emotion comic, potentially.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Just keep in mind, though, this is going to be a horror story.
So
it's not going to be pretty.
It's going to be pretty nasty. Anyways, moving along, this is the one I actually really want to talk about. Don't worry, there's more pictures of him to come. So, this was actually the first ever OC I ever made. Now, unfortunately, we don't have a really, really, really old picture of him. This is the oldest one we have.
Yeah.
But for context, the original character, his name is Jace, was actually an Invader Zim character, but he wasn't an Urkin. He was an Urkin hybrided with a different type of alien. And his planet was war-torn, so he was supposed to be a war hero or something. That comes to Earth, and the story just kind of stopped making sense even more from there. I don't even remember what the fuck happened.
I don't either.
But years passed, and I decided to go full edge mode, and this is around the state where you see man in the next couple pictures. For some reason, he's a demon Neko. He's like a weird anthro thing, but he also works for Satan.
Oh yeah, from the planet Neolian.
Neolia. It's Neolia was the name of the planet, which implies that demons are aliens?
And Nekos?
And Nekos, apparently.
Dear Lord.
And also, if you guys, oh, also, yes, this is a shittily recolored base. Even I was guilty of that as a child. I was really bad. Now, the character in the corner isn't mine. That was one of our old friends' characters. Their character was actually good. Don't be fooled by my shitty interpretation. Their character was actually pretty kick-ass even when we were kids, and has only gotten better since then.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the dialogue. First day of work, yeah. Why do I get the feeling I'm about to meet someone I hate?
Well, that was the only thing I was happy about, is that was consistent. That, by the way, the blonde guy's name is Raymond. Raymond fucking hates Jace, and always had, and I think still would, even in the newer version of him. But basically the whole thing was Raymond, if I remember, I don't remember exactly what he is, but he's sort of a death omen type deal. I'd have to go ask our friend exactly, because I don't recall super well what he was. But he's cool as shit. Really, he is cool. But Jace,
I think Kelsey was the only one confident of making good characters when we were kids.
I think a lot of that's because she wasn't deluded by dumb stuff. She actually watched quality cartoons and shit that taught her a thing or two.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was like his caretaker. It was like a crossover. Now this was done years later. Still Jace though. As you can see, he's wearing a Blood on the Dance Floor shirt, which is funny because that's not even a band I'm super into. Maybe at the time I liked them. I don't really.
Oh yeah, we loved them. I still kind of enjoy their music. It's fucking hilarious.
Which is funny because I've totally moved on from that band. They maybe have a handful of songs that I can tolerate, but I'm not really a fan.
I still like Innocent High.
As you can see, he's still a Neko, but at least he has skin colors.
Yeah, he's not just completely green now.
His outfit is fucking gay. I don't know what I was doing with that outfit. Like, yeah, why is everything shiny? Is he wearing latex?
All the latex.
And the girl down there, by the way, the girl who's blushing, that's Joanna. I don't know why she's blushing, because I think even when I first made them, they hate each other. Those two don't get along. Yes, I still have Joanna, but she's not that
creature anymore.
It's actually funny, because she wouldn't touch the color pink with a 10-foot pole now. She's not that kind of female. She's not a tomboy either, but she's definitely not the kind of chick who wears pink with heart bows in her hair.
Yeah, like...
And Jace is the type of character who would wear that outfit.
Oh yeah, and she's a Neko too. You can see her kitty ears.
She's a Neko with robotic arms. She was a cyborg, if I remember. Oh guys, and look, she has mismatched eyes. How special. One's green and one's blue.
Oh yeah, she does. She totally does.
So... this was one of the even later images, and it only gets worse. Actually, it gets better after this, actually. And look at him. Look how edgy that is. Look how spooky, spoopy. I don't know what the fuck was happening in this picture. I guess the eyes, I think I got the eyes. I think I maybe stole that from, like, Beetlejuice or something. I don't know.
You may have.
But I don't know what the fuck is happening in this picture, but at least it almost reflects the current him. I don't know what he was at this point. I don't know. I think I was drifting between him being a demon or being something else. I have no idea what the fuck he is.
I don't even remember.
I think maybe he was still a demon. I don't know. But years wore on, and I redesigned him not that long ago, actually. This, if you guys can see the little signature at the bottom, this was done in 2016, early 2016. This is the current Jace. As you can see, he still has green hair. I couldn't bring myself to get rid of the green hair because that had been something he'd had literally since the day I made him.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring myself to just get rid of it.
It's kind of like...
I tried depicting him with blonde hair, but I mean, even Yuji saw the picture. It's something about it just didn't seem right to see him with blonde hair. It just seemed so out of place.
Yeah, but it's kind of like one of my characters who also interacted with old Jason Raymond, Kringle.
Yeah, purple hair. Yeah, no. She does not look right if you try to give her any other hair color.
The only thing that changed was in her very original picture, she had dark purple hair with light purple streaks in it, and now she's only got the dark purple. And if I can find her really, really old picture, I'll be posting it on my DeviantArt along with her redesign, so you guys can look forward to that as well.
For the record, though, this color scheme isn't finalized, though I do kind of like the purple with the green. I don't know. I think they look nice together. I don't think I like his undershirt. I'm thinking about making it white or maybe yellow to match the other things on his outfit.
Yeah.
But, okay, these were some of the other pictures. And as we'll see, it says Dream Denizen, which is exactly what he became. Basically, now he's just sort of... It's kind of weird to explain, because this definitely takes place in a universe where all logic has gone to shit.
Logic doesn't exist anymore. What is logic?
But basically, he's sort of the guardian of the sleeping world, if that makes any sense. It's like he's kind of the one who orchestrates everyone's dreams and nightmares. And what you're seeing on the screen is actually supposed to be sort of his dream realm mode, where he's sort of approachable, albeit creepy. Also, a little fun fact around that to me made him a lot creepier is he uses sort of cartoon logic in which he can bend and contort his body at really bizarre angles, like bending completely backwards, touching his head against the ground like that.
Yeah, just weird shit, guys.
Yeah, he has a really bizarre way of moving, and most of it's just based around the fact that he is supposed to be a dream denizen. I don't know why I'm using the word denizen, though, because technically... Because denizen implies that he lives within him, and while he is a denizen, he's more of the guardian, I guess. But anyways, so this last picture of him was meant to be kind of what he looks like in the Nightmare Realm. And it's not that he's evil in the Nightmare Realm, but he is definitely more sadistic and creepy. I don't really know if I succeeded on making him creepier. I'm hoping I did. I'm sort of proud of his weird smile. His smile just becomes all teeth. I mean, they always had been, as you guys could probably see in those previous images. But his smile just goes full-blown, maximum teeth. I'm still playing around with his design, but I think I've gotten to the point where I personally am happy with him. He may not look great, but I think he at least looks unique compared to his original. His original is literally just a weeaboo Neko piece of shit. So I'm sort of proud that I've turned him into something that, at least to me, looks like something that would stick in people's heads, maybe. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I guess you guys can go ahead and give your input down below. Not that me saying you shouldn't would stop any of you. But, no, I'm actually sort of proud of this one's redesign. I'm glad that I turned him around and made him less of a piece of shit. So that was my longest one. That's actually the last one I have that I can actually talk about that was redesigned. So I'm going to give it over to Yuji because she has a fucking doozy for you, because this was technically her first ever OC before we even met. And we met a long time, like 8, 9 years ago.
9 years ago, about. Possibly more than that. I don't know. It's been a very, very long time.
Maybe 10. But this was the first OC that Yuji ever made, and it's really spoopy.
Yeah, guys, like, this character is so edgy.
To be fair, at least she's not a demon or a dream denizen like Jace. At least she's actually a human being.
No, she's not.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just almost choked on my soda. I actually thought she was a human.
She's not human.
Oh, fuck.
She's not. Anyways, this is my very first OC, and she comes with a whole crew. But I didn't have enough time to redo her crew.
Or even include them. Basically, all you need to know, she's part of an outcast group. They're all stereotypical outcasts. They hate popular kids. All the popular kids are stereotypical popular kids. That was kind of our mindset when we were younger, because we were bullied a lot, so we were kind of dumb and thought that popular equals evil. Because we were dumb and didn't understand how people work.
Oh, that TV didn't help with that?
Yeah,
like,
TV,
reality
oh my god,
shows?
fucking TV never helped with that for me.
Because especially like those, reality
Any
TV
show
shows
about
that,
high school.
yeah, it's like, they always made, like, the popular cheerleader jock characters to be fucking dicks.
Which is funny, because years after me and Yuji met, I actually made friends with a popular kid.
Yeah,
he was a huge jock, but he was really fucking nuts. He was cool.
That can partially be true for some middle schoolers.
There are definitely kids, even in high school, there are pricks just because people like them. But you'll also find there's a lot of kids that aren't that bad. A lot of it depends on who you are and where you live.
I even had a jock that wanted to date me.
Which is pretty insane, because we always assume that jocks would fucking rather kill us than talk to us.
It's a weird story of how I met him.
Well, and then my last ex, she was really popular with our entire high school. People fucking love her. People in town love her entire family for whatever reason.
I'm gonna tell you a little fun story. How I met this jock was my mother had just gotten out of jail. For those of you who don't know, I'm adopted. Titus is my foster brother.
And also, her mom was a huge piece of shit.
Oh yeah, still is to this day.
Yeah, really
but
bad,
anyways,
really bad person.
Yeah, she had just gotten out of jail, and she had picked me up from school, right? And we had driven to this hotel. I don't remember exactly why, but she turned around and was like, "Oh yeah, there's this boy who wants to go out with you." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "How would you know that?" And she's like, "Oh, when I got sent your Christmas pictures, this other person she was jailed with had sent those pictures to her son."
Which is super fucking creepy, by the way. That sounds really rapey and catfishy.
He wanted to take me out to the movies.
Which, I get it, he finds you attractive, that's cool, but what the fuck?
Yeah.
Talk about an invasion of fucking privacy right there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna send these pictures to my son with no warning to the girl who these pictures were of.
Well, technically, I actually never met this boy. I never actually met him. I remember asking my mother about him years later, but never actually met him.
Is that like the only info you got? He's really jockey, and that was pretty much the end of it.
Yeah, he was a jock, he has good grades, apparently he was really handsome.
Which is funny because, I mean, Yuji here has had better grades than me throughout school, but me and her, I would say, probably were never super high up in grades.
Oh, no.
I think a lot of that just comes from us fucking hating school.
Yeah.
I've never liked school. I just don't like the school setting. I like learning shit, I just don't like schools. I think they're fucking annoying and stupid and badly run most of the time. At least where we live. Where we live, school here kind of sucks balls.
Yeah. Anyways, we got very off track.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
But hey, you guys gotta stare at that monstrosity for a while and attempt to read what's on the side. But
oh god,
there's a little
fucking eyebrows.
Yeah.
They're on fleek.
Yeah, so on fleek. Anyways, this is Jessie Nightwatcher. And I'm going to read to you her bio because I think her and her friends were the only characters that ever actually had bios.
Who watches The Watchmen?
I will kill you. Shut up, I love you, Reed. Alright, here we go, guys. This one's gonna be fun. Enemies, Corey Dragonheart.
Such good names.
Sally Goodday. Oh, and if you're wondering where I got the names, I was really obsessed with Wizard 101.
See, at least fucking Jace had a decent name. Granted, his last name was Munster originally, but at least it wasn't fucking... Oh no, his name was Jace Blackrose at one point. Never mind, Jace had a dumb name too at one point in time. Now he doesn't have a last name. Hell, Jace isn't even his real name. That's just what people call him.
Yeah. Anyways, Sally Goodday married Celloheart. Her family is her mom, her dad, and her sister. No names given. They're just kind of exist.
To be fair, at least Good Day is potentially a real name someone might end up having.
For Dragonheart and Celloheart?
Yeah, no.
I'm
just saying, at least Good Day. Maybe. I mean, there's people named Good and people named Day, so I don't know. Maybe.
Pets. She owns a dog, a snake, and a rabbit. No names given. It's just kind of dog, snake, and rabbit.
These are her pets.
These are her pets. Acknowledge them.
Despite them not having names or even appearances.
And her friends were Misty Crystalheart and Crystal Daylight.
Mm.
I actually lost Misty Crystalheart's picture. I don't know what happened to it.
I'm sure it's worse than this one. Seriously, she's the only one who has a decent color scheme. The rest have horrible color schemes.
I know.
She's like the only one, and that's because she's supposed to be, as you guys will see later, goth. Although the later version of her kind of looks okay with the goth thing.
Yeah, she's still goth in her new version. Don't worry, you'll get to see that soon.
But at least it looks like how actual goth people dress sometimes, depending on the person.
Yeah. Anyways, onto the little sidebar thing. Goth, mean/nice, likes black, hates pops. Pops stands for popular kids. Likes non-pops. She wears the same clothes every day. Never changes, ever. Just those clothes all the time, all day. Oh, by the way, clothes is spelled C-L-O-U-S-E. I couldn't spell for shit. I still kind of have that issue. Does not wear makeup. What the fuck is that on your lips then? What is that? Are your lips just red?
Yeah, they're just really, really red.
Because apparently she doesn't wear makeup, but god damn those lips.
Some red lips. Kissable, if you will.
Oh, yeah. Loves mystery. Oh, God. She's an artist.
Like, does she mean the genre? Or the concept?
I think both. I'm not sure.
Would have been nice for younger you to clarify.
Younger me doesn't like clarifying shit.
Neither of us did.
Yeah, she's an artist. She's smart. Apparently I wasn't.
That laugh.
This next part is half vampire.
Okay, yeah, I don't remember that part. I apparently never read this picture because I had no idea.
Yeah, she's half vampire but can go in the sun. So, Vampire Princess, if you're watching this, yes, I made half vampire characters too. I did it a lot. It's god awful. And I hate it.
But luckily, I don't think I really did. I may have had one. Like, Kalo may have been. Kalo's a really bad one too, but I didn't really include him.
Yeah.
So there's only one drawing of
Oh,
that
and one more treat before we move on to her redesign. There's a short story on the back.
Ooh, you guys gonna get your first dramatic reading? Well, we've actually done two.
Yeah, but this one's me. Oh god, I don't know how well I'll be able to make it through this without laughing my fucking ass off.
Not to mention younger us. Although your handwriting was so much nicer than younger mine's handwriting.
Yeah, for some reason my handwriting has always been decently nice.
My handwriting is only vaguely acceptable nowadays. As you guys could probably see on that one Dream Denizen picture, my handwriting is like,
No, your handwriting's pretty nice.
That's pretty bad.
You shut
It's
up.
barely legible.
Anyways, on to the story.
Yes.
One day, Jessie Nightwatcher was walking to school with her friends Misty, Crystal Heart, and Crystal Daylight. They all solved mysteries together. They never got into fights, and if they did, it would be with a pop. There are 3 pops in the entire school. By the way, they're supposed to be high schoolers. 3 popular kids out of an entire high school? I'm calling bullshit, little me.
Also, this young high school girl has not hit puberty, apparently. I'm just saying, when there were girls at the high school that when, I was a freshman had, at least B to C cup already.
Yeah.
Most people start developing at least freshman year.
By the way, there are no periods.
Yeah, no,
so I technically shouldn't be stopping.
Everything's a run-on sentence.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything. There are 3 pops in the entire school. There's 2 girls, 1 boy. Their names are Corey Dragonheart, Sally Goodday, and Mary Celloheart. They're all so mean. If they do something bad, they blame it on us. What are we doing today? Asked Crystal. I don't know, to be honest with you, said Jessie. And that's the end. I never finished it.
that was the last thing said. I don't know!
Oh, by the way, and they're also mean. I use THERE instead of they are.
Oh, like they're?
Yeah.
Like it belongs to them.
Yeah.
They own also mean.
Yeah. And honest is spelled ONISTE.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So, ready to see something competent at least? This is her redesign. I spent 8 hours on this picture, and her hand is backwards. The hand holding the cigarette is backwards. And she's human now. She's not a vampire anymore. She's not. Thank fucking God. And she is a paranormal investigator, like Dib. And that's honestly as far as I got with her backstory, because, god damn, I haven't touched these characters since elementary school. They've just kind of existed.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Yeah. I would create one of these characters every day, because in the mornings where I went to school, we would have to go to one of 5 activities, and I always went to the science room to draw. So I always created these characters one a day.
Yeah.
And
well, you know, as younger me would create 3 in a day and then forget all of them. There were only a few that even made it later, and sometimes when I bump into old drawings, I resurrect them for new stories.
Yeah.
Well, Jace, actually, he was dead for, 2 years, and then I found an old drawing of him and said, you know what? I have an idea for him. I mean, fuck it. And then I just ended up liking the story, and maybe one day I'll turn it into a webcomic. I think it'd be kind of cool as a webcomic, maybe.
But that's it, you guys. That was a few of our really shitty characters.
We'll probably do more later when I can do it more, because Yuji has an archive of hers. I don't, so I'm gonna have to look for mine.
Yeah. And I think I've been debating on whether or not I should start a new DeviantArt completely dedicated to all of my old art. All of it. 2012 and back. Because that's when they were bad as fuck.
Most of your stuff from about a year ago isn't all that bad. The only bad thing I can think of, this goes for both of us, is the art isn't as good, because I think it's safe to say that every year, and this goes for anyone who draws out there, I think you'll understand what I'm saying, pretty much every year you'll learn at least 1 or 2 more art skills that basically make your art infinitely better than it was the last year. Like, I actually found a drawing from just a year ago, and compared to my drawings now, it looks so much worse. Fuck, I've seen drawings from, like, a month ago that look worse than my drawings now, just because in that time I changed something.
Yeah, it's like, I'm still really bad at hands and feet. I can't draw hands and feet to save my
I think everyone
life.
on our channel could probably tell I'm bad at hands, because all my hands are always in the same fucking pose, because I'm really... I have a hard time making the fingers the right proportions. I have a tendency of drawing the fingers way up into the palm where they shouldn't be, instead of making the palm then the fingers. So that's something I need to work on, which is fucked up because I found a drawing from 2 years ago where I did a hand perfectly well in the picture and it pissed me off because it looked so good, and now it looks like shit. So anyways, that was a taste of what our shit looked like, so...
Hope you
we sucked too.
We
sucked too.
Yeah, don't worry. When we bash on these like old OCs and shit like that, it's like we do this because we know. We used to do this stupid fucking shit too.
And sometimes you want, maybe not for everyone. I'm sure there's a lot of people who watch our reviews and get all kinds of angry. But the thing is, sometimes you need someone on the outside telling you how bad you are, because if someone had been nice enough or mean enough to tell us how bad our shit was, we would have improved so much quicker. And honestly, I'm mad at some of our friends for being so soft on us when we were younger, because if they just told us how shitty our characters were, we would have improved infinitely better.
Yeah,
I bet you these characters would be 1,000 times better if we had improved sooner.
Yeah.
So.
But, unfortunately, our friend Kelsey always like to go, oh no, it's good.
Fine. You don't need to improve. You'll get there eventually. It's like, no, fucking, in hindsight, like...
Sit here and yell at me, damn it!
At the time, we were like, oh, thank you, are you sure? But now it's like, no, shut the fuck up.
What is
bad.
wrong with it?
Actually, now I think we're a lot more stern with her, because we're like, no, seriously. Anatomy, design, what's wrong with it?
Yeah, like, I post my OCs in their bios more than Titus tends to.
Yeah.
But if you guys follow me on DeviantArt at HollyLeaf12, read my character bios and tell me what I should fucking change.
And that goes,
please, I need it.
And that goes for me too when I start posting. The first thing we're gonna post sometime soon. Not sure when Yuji's gonna get hers out. I'm posting a character reference and a bio on Samuel. Quick warning, I'm gonna be posting the image first. In the description will be a link to the bio, because the bio, gonna warn everyone now, long as fuck, because I really wanted to explain what Samuel is, and I can't just do that in like 3 sentences. He's not super convoluted, but if I just said it in a couple sentences, none of you would understand what the fuck I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's long, but that'll probably be the first bio I post, and by all means, if you guys have criticism, fucking tell me. I get it, because even though we do reviews, we're probably still guilty of bad OCs. Yeah, everyone is at some point. Really, any OC is gonna have horrible, horrible flaws because everything's already been done.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know.
My main issue is consistency with the personality. I'm not very good at writing personality down. I know how I want the character to act, but writing that down on a piece of paper, I just go,
much harder.
Da, 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 da.
I have a hard time with, I'll think really fancifully, and then when I look back, I realize that none of that makes logical sense. But I've kind of come to realize that sometimes things don't have to make sense in a fictional story, so I've become a bit more lenient. In fact, when we look at OCs, I'll probably be a little bit more soft on unrealistic shit than I have been for the past couple videos, because I kind of looked back and thought, sometimes shit's just done for fun. It doesn't always have to be serious and logical. Though, depending on the universe, it should be, because certain universes just aren't fun. They're supposed to be serious.
Yeah.
Anyways, though, fuck.
Real quick, the reason we're getting this out today is because I'm actually going back to Colorado tomorrow, so we're going to be on a slight hiatus. Shut up. I can't fucking pronounce words. Everybody knows this. The UG cannot pronounce words for fucking shit. Like, ever. But anyways, we won't be uploading as much, but you guys might get to meet Muffin, which is gonna be pretty fucking sweet.
Because where Yuji's going is where Muffin lives, so you'll get to finally hear, our other co-host. If you're wondering which one Muffin is, in case you guys aren't aren't aware, on our banner, on our channel, that's the one that's wearing the Star Wars shirt. That's Muffin.
Yeah.
And maybe if Rogue comes down, which is the kitty-eared one, I might have doing videos with her. I need to get a mic, though. That's the issue, is I don't have a mic, and my laptop is broken as fuck, so I need to make sure it works okay, and then I need to get a mic.
Yeah.
So the only place you guys will probably be hearing from me is in the comments section, on DA, and maybe on Quotive? I don't fucking know. I'll still be alive, obviously, but I just won't be on our channel other than in the comments. You probably won't hear me on mic because we'll be quite a few miles away. I think multiple states away, at least 3 states away from each other. Maybe more. So there's going to be a hiatus from at least my end of things until I can afford a mic, because mics aren't cheap, but I need one. So,
anyways, again, thank you guys so much.
Seriously, like every day when I've come home from school, at least every week or so, Yuji's always like, oh my god, the number went up! And it's like, oh fuck!
Yeah. But...
So, thank you guys so fucking much, though. Holy shit.
We didn't expect people to like our shit, like, at all.
At all, no. And I mean, not everyone does, but even those of you who do, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
So really, thank you so fucking much. This is mind-blowing.
Yeah.
You guys are all fucking great. So, without further ado, I'm Titus.
And I'm Yuji.
And we are Constructive Criticism.
Until next time.